Thank you. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I'd like to apologize for Wednesday. And you're right, Zhonghan and Xinyan. Something wrong cocked up in my Wi-Fi. You're absolutely right. After I checked, I was in my study room. I cannot get the Wi-Fi. The next day, oh, Xinyan is in, sorry. Let's get it. Okay, thank you for, please take care. How New Year is coming or Chinese New Year is coming. Are you poor thing, man? So, Xinyan, thank you for informing last week about my this Wi-Fi as well as Zhonghan and asked me to reinstall and install again. Surprisingly, when I was in the study room, you cannot receive. But next day, when I'm doing my Zoom again, I took my laptop out to my dining room and it works. And so it was really a Wi-Fi. But thank God that you told me to reinstall. You know what? After reinstalling, I got a new avatar for my face. Next week, I will show you. Yay! So thank you so much. Thank you, all of you. So I'm so sorry about the delay last week. It took about half an hour. I think so far, this is the second time that I've done Zoom for the past 2 years plus. Okay? Thank you so much. Then now let's go to the class. How Shen, take care. Chinese New Year is coming. I also sick for the past few days as well as my wife. So it's kind of, I think that under the weather is not very good. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Hazel. Thanks, Tzu Ting. Thanks, Jia Rong. And thanks, Ruoling, for handing in your homework. Thank you so much. So we will see on the third lesson on Wednesday again. But today we're going to talk about this one that we had left behind. As I mentioned already, okay, every day, every lessons, there will be a bit difference here and there, but there's a lot of activities going on. Okay, so these are the people who have handed in your homework, okay? So, Ruoling, thank you. Hazel, Yibao. No, sorry, Tzu Ting, thank you so much. Jia Rong, thank you very much for handing in the homework. So, the rest of you, please hand in. I know it's a very short amount of time. You only got Saturdays, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 4 to 3 days plus. And I know some of you just came back from your, Zhonghan, you hand in your homework also, right? You did, right? Oh my God. Oh, I'm so sorry. Then, okay, yeah, you did hand in, yeah. Now that I realize, my fault. So I think every time I receive, I should put it inside there, but I miss out, so sorry. Okay, let's go. What are the 5 types of educations? As we mentioned before, right, these 5 types of educations can transform us and make us a different persons, like this one here. Formal education, informal. Okay, formal educations, informal. Non-formal educations, as well as life experience education and sharing educations, right? So these are the 5. Okay. So now let's, may I have Jia Rong, would you mind read to the class, please? Education we can mean. Jia Rong, can you hear me? Yes, let's go.
Education can mean different things to different people around the world. Some people see the education system as classroom training, while others might see it as a life-changing experience.
Okay, stop here. So, Jia Rong, can you explain this paragraph? What does it mean here? So every paragraph, whoever explain, read, okay, after reading, then you have to do your best to explain. Back to you, Jia Rong.
Like, some people think that education is only like for school to study and just pass exams and just classroom routines. But some people think that education can change your life to help your future.
I will use the word transform your life. Yes, you not only transform, you also use my favorite word, Jia Rong, paradigm shift. Paradigm shift. Not just transform and change a whole life structure of changes, but also the transformations can have a drastic, big changes from nothing to something. Okay, take for example, what I want to say, there are some people who really take a while to transform and to not just education, so it can be different types. Thank you. Tzu Ting, your turn. Second paragraph.
Teachers and students might also have different perspectives on education, and so do parents. These perspectives are condensed into 3 primary types of education. They are talked about in detail in the following sections.
So what does these 2 sentences mean? Beside the last sentence, we ignore it. What's the first 2 sentences? Teachers and students might have different perspective. What does it mean? Yes, back to you today.
I think it means that teachers and students and parents have like different views on education.
Yeah, they look at education in the different angles, in the different understanding, correct?
Yeah.
That means what you see as education, some people look at like, okay, let's start from parents first. Parents find that education is important to their own children because they want to get rid of poverty, 贫穷, and they want to make their children to be leaders, 领袖. They want to make their children to be able to be educated and for survival, right? That's parents. Then for teachers, our job is not just to educate, not just to give resources, not just to provide resources and make sure the students pay attention in class. Not just that, not so simple. But the teacher is to ensure that all students are teachable. Okay, every student is teachable. Make sure that we are here to make sure that everyone's received the education at the end of maybe 6 years in the primary school, 4 or 5 years in the secondary school, or 6 years in the secondary school, and 2 or 3 years in the JC or poly, and then a few years in the university. So what about this perspective that changes us? We're going to talk about it later on. Carry on to things. The next 2 sentences. Next paragraph. Hi, Yibao. I know you're in the car. Later we have a test. When you reach home, please let me know, Yibao. Thank you. Back to you today.
As per experts, education refers to a gradual process that brings about positive changes in human life and behavior, thereby developing their personalities.
Okay, what does this mean?
I think it means like education will help the children and students like help become a better version of themselves.
Carry on. That's all.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Okay, next time I teach you today. So everyone listening, Hazel, Hao Xuan, Yibao, Xingyuan, Zhongheng, and Jiarong, and Luoling, and also Si An. When you say as per expert, you can rephrase it now. Okay, today. You can rephrase it in such a way. According to the expert, so you can say according to the professional people, they feel that educations are going through a series of changes and to allow them to have more positive, more advantages, and to see how humans behave according to their own ability. Okay, I will use ABC. So instead of personality, write down everyone, personality equal to their ability. Write down ability. So Yibao, sorry, maybe you cannot see. Maybe later, Hazel, help me to type in the chat group so that Yibao can receive it. Don't mind, but thanks. Thank you very much. Okay, so what is personality? Personality equal to the A, ability. And then what is the B? B is the basic things that you know, the basic. And what is C? The capability. Okay, get it? Hazel? That means this word personality, you type there, you put that equal to ABC. The ABC stands for ability, basic, and capability. So today, so this is what it means. As a development of a personality, you must have the ability and basic and capability to know what is about education. Then you can later slowly learn. Yeah, refer to ABC, but if you can, yes, well done. Thank you, Hazel. Yes. You know why? Because sometimes if I type and I write, a bit too stupid, very slow. Very slow. Yeah. Okay, give me a minute. Let's wait for Luoling. Okay. Okay, so what happened that the first paragraph here, education can mean different things. So you know this one. Then teachers and students might be the same. And then has experts, which is the professional people. And this is implemented back to you, Zhonghan. Hello, Rolling. Hi. Okay, let's go. Zhonghan.
As per experts,
No,
education.
this is implemented. No. Sorry. The education system.
Oh, okay. The education system refers to the entire process that a student has to undergo in order to.
Hey, what you mean? In order to what? What you mean?
In order to acquire knowledge.
So, my dear, what does this sentence mean? Rephrase yourself.
Education help students get more general knowledge.
Ah, smart boy, huh? Very smart. Acquire knowledge, change to general knowledge. 鸡蛋糕, emotional damage. Smart boy. I didn't think of that. Well done. So education system refers to how, can you put the word entire process? Hazel, holistic. Write down the word holistic for the class. Thank you. Today you're my monitors. Thanks, Hazel. Thank you. Okay. So because I type and this, I might lost my train of thought. Seriously. Same thing. In my school when I write, I lost my train of thought. So sorry. So entire process means the whole holistic. Right now this word, holistic. As to go through a list of general knowledge. True no? 中文 you're right. 中文不见了。中文 oh okay, you come back already. All behind are Genshin. Are they Genshin? No. Okay. Next, carry on. Your turn. 中文
This is implemented by way of instructions or some other practical procedures.
这是讲什么嘞？我不会嘞，很难的那个英文。Okay, imagine I say that. Now please what can rephrase for me?
I have no idea.
Okay, so it means that there are a series of procedure, right? So you change the word. In order to have a practical experience, in order to have the practical way of doing things, in order to have a practical system, and in order to follow this kind of different instruction, then you can say different order, different ways of doing things. We must learn how education can help us. True now. Just like Zhonghen, we know that, if you cycle, you don't look at the book how to cycle. Clown. You play game, maybe can, or maybe you want to use a shaver, but cycle, how to look at book, usually you look at YouTube or you yourself experience how to cycle, right? So this is a kind of experience the system, how it works. You know, right? I think Xingyan, you agree now? Not everything, Xingyan, are you there? Xingyan, not everything must follow by the book. 对吗? Agree now, Xingyan? Not everything must follow by the book. Seriously, you follow by the book, you're really a typical Singaporean student. No, you must be international student. Okay, agree now, Xingyan? Xingyan not happy with me, right? Never mind. Next paragraph you read. Education.
Education is the basic right of every individual all around the world because this is a trait that encourages them to distinguish between right and wrong and helps them to achieve their goal. In this article, we will cover a description of the different types of education, their characteristics along with examples.
Thank you. Oh, sorry.
We will also lay our focus on the advantages and disadvantages of the same time.
So you see, thank you so much. So, Xingyan, what you mean by this paragraph here?
It's like education helps the student recognize what is wrong and what's right.
I love the word you use, recognize. Well done. Damn it, well done. Some more.
Yeah, that's all.
Thank you. Okay, so you see the word basic right? Education is a basic right. Remember just now I said the ABC, right? Ability, basic, and capability. You are right, You are right also. So this is education is the most simple, fundamental. See, if you have a son that is 3 years old, when you have a son, don't say if. I take away my word if. When you have a son 3 years old, 星远3岁你会教他 algebra 吗？星远
No, I mean yes. Oh wait, no.
hello, excuse me, sir, make up your mind, yes or no?
No.
Why? Then what do you teach him for 3 years old of your son?
How to walk.
Oh, okay. 他已经会走路了，3岁一定会走路了。
Then teach him simple math.
Math, only math. Let's say math.
Like 1 to 10.
Yes, something like that. Correct now.
Yes.
So is it very basic?
Yes.
So the basic thing. Then how about English? What is the basic? Are you teaching the biology, chemistry, physics, history of Hitler, geography of the volcano? Yes or no? No, right? So what will you teach your son 3 years old?
A to Z.
Exactly. That is the basic 对吗，星远 First you know 1 to 10 and know A to Z. So with all these basic, then 它可以 form into sentences, then form into half base, some height, then you can form into different types of things together, right? Correct now. Like 2 times 2, 4 times 4. Get it now. That is the basic. That everyone, you see, that a student has to undergo in order to acquire knowledge. This is what Dr. Ye was saying, Zhonghen, general knowledge. You are right, both of you. Well done. So this is, wow. If you all can interpret like that now, it's very good idea. Because this passage is more than express. Thank you so much. Ibao, I'm just curious, Ibao, where are you now? I hope. Where are you?
McDonald.
What do you say?
McDonald.
McDonald. Okay, guys. Make order, please. Hazel, Big Mac, rolling, fish burger, house chicken. You saw you take root beer float. Zhonghan, McNuggets, raw, Jiarong, what you want? What other thing you want? What kind of McDonald you like? Fish burger also. Okay, I want I want the Chinese burger. I want the burger. Okay, Yibao, thanks. Later you deliver. Thank you very much. Okay, joke aside. Thank you so much for these interpretations of this whole entire passage here, which is what we're going to do next. What are the 5 types? Remember, I told you, right? One of the students from just this morning is from China, Sec1. He chose non-formal educations. Seriously, surprisingly, of all, so many people, I think none of you so far in this group choose non-formal educations. But her explanation is that because non-formal is something that you will not learn from textbook and you must be enjoyable. Wow. Okay, formal. We went through this, Ronnie. Did we go through this? No, right? Did we go through this? No, okay. Don't have. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, we have Yibao. Are you able to read?
Baby.
Okay, never mind. I think you better don't read. It's very noisy. Okay, don't mind. Sorry. So you just listen. Jiarong. Jiarong, you read already just now?
Yeah.
Okay, who are Hazel? Yes, sorry. Hazel?
Yeah.
Me, you?
Okay. This is also known as formal learning, which usually takes place within the premises of the school. It refers to the basic academic knowledge that a child learns in a formal manner. This continues from an elementary school to secondary school and further on to colleges. Such an education is provided by specially qualified teachers who are efficient enough with the art of instruction. The student and the teacher are both aware of the fact and engage themselves through a process of education. Some of the examples of formal education are classroom learning, institute grading, certification, or planned education of different subjects with a proper syllabus acquired by attending an institution.
So please take note. you will have an essay to write, huh? So please take note now. I told you already, every lesson will have homework. I get sick and tired when my colleague have to tell me, the parents, whether every week got homework or every lesson. Please tell your parents every week got homework. I just don't bother whether you hand in or not, because I don't want rolling. I don't want any one of you just to hand in a homework, just half done, no passions. And then I don't waste my time to mark an essay that you have no passion to write. Seriously, please, I want quality and top notch and the leaders essay. Don't give me 6:30, that kind of essay. Seriously, right? Don't because all the girls who, and including Zhonghen, sorry, I did not mark. All the girls who hand in the homework, well done. I know you spent time to do it. So this is formal education. So what is formal education? Thanks to Hazel. Hazel, this is really formal. And sorry, you have to suck it up for the next, maybe you already completed 6 years, about 2 years now, maybe set 3, set 4, 0, 1, 2. You got to continue another 8 to 9 years for your educations. Give up now? Don't, come on, don't do that, man. Don't do that. You should go out. Think about it, Hazel. You are the only child like Uncle Raymond. Think about it. You have a big burden. Think about it. Okay, the world out there, 10 million children. 10 million children don't even have the chance to study there. 10 million, no. And can you imagine this 10 million will be multiplied to another 20 millions in the next 20 years? Oh my God, Jesus Christ, seriously. So think about it. You want that kind of suffering where you have no houses, you have no food, you have no shelter, you have no educations, and you're begging on the street. No, correct. So suck it up and finish your 8 years, and you're going to earn 8 to 10,000 a month. You think about it. No, seriously, you think about it. Okay? So this is formal educations. In formal education, are you ready? Yes, let's go.
This is the type of education wherein a parent is teaching a child things that are beyond academics, like preparing a meal or riding a bicycle. People can also get informal education through books or educational websites. This is an education that is not developed in schools through a proper learning method. It is not pre-planned nor deliberate. It is an experience that an individual gardens by undergoing.
I like the way you read now. Sorry, I like the way you start this. It is an experience. I like the like that. It is an experience instead of it is an experience. I like the way you say it is an experience that an individual garners. Carry on.
By undergoing a regular practice and observing others. Some of the examples may be teaching a child with some basic personality traits, learning a mother tongue, performing certain extracurricular activities,
etc. Thank you. When it comes to this, everyone listen. Jiarong, Xingyuan, Yibao, Luoling, Ziting, Haoxuan, Zhonghen, and Hazel. I think we will start with Luoling. Luoling, your grandma stay with you now, right? So can you imagine your grandma? This is what informal education. So your 奶奶Luoling say, 乖孙女过来，奶奶要教你煮一道菜。Wow! You think your 奶奶 will tell you, Luoling, 明天早上起来7点半唱 Balikita, we the citizen of Singapore. Then you queue out. Then you go to the kitchen. Hazel, you're gonna laugh, right? Huh? Seriously? You must follow the system, your grandma say. Just like Luoling, you must go to school like that. Then you must greet 老师早上好. Wow, your grandma become teacher. Then you must sit down. Then you must wear uniform and put your apron, the FCN or SCB, right? What you call food and what? Food and what? Consuming education.
Food and consumer education.
FCE. Wow, then you must go in to greet the teacher, get ready, wash your hand. Hey, hello, excuse me, no. Sorry, it sounds very weird. So your grandma will say, come, 乖孙女来，我教你怎么煮一道菜。然后then you will ask your grandma, 我们怎么 start Then 你说不用紧，他不会说you know in FCE the teacher say wash your hand, sanitize. Oh my God, seriously. Your grandma not going to do that, right? 我们过去切菜先，然后乖孙女啊，你去那个冰橱跟我拿那些材料出来， correct 吗？ It's very informal and it's very enjoyable and you really enjoy it. I tell you, I'm rolling. I'm so sorry, no hard feeling. One day when you're 80 years old, you're or maybe about to go bye-bye in this world, you will always remember you and your 奶奶煮这道菜，对吗？ This is priceless, true or not? This is when I talk about this part here, I really feel very emotional. Seriously. Then can you imagine that you're 80 years old, 你的孙女儿来找你奶奶，我听说我的真正奶奶 grandmother taught you this 道菜，现在很 famous， 你可以教我吗？ I tell you, your tears will drop, right? Correct? Because 回想起，then you know got the bubble, you see the balloon here? The bubble come up, and then think about, you know, you and your 奶奶煮饭哦。Maybe by the time your children, the technology of the kitchen is different already. All voice recognition one. True or not? So, Zi Ting, Hazel, Jiarong, you will be grandmother one day also. Can you imagine that kind of emotional touch with your grandchildren? It can be your grandson or your granddaughter. You know why I bring out this, Lord? I saw it with my own eyes when my elder son and my daughter learn from my mother-in-law how to cook as well as my mother. And my mother know how to teach them spaghetti, curry chicken, Japanese curry chicken. You know, these are the things. You see, this will be priceless. That's why it's informal education. Seriously. There's no set of system to follow, but very here and there, bit and pieces. But rolling, you know, here bit and pieces become later on. Maybe the first time you cook are not nice, right? But every time when you cook, you improve the process. This is the one, okay? Thank you so much, Rolling. Now it's non-formal education. May I have Xing Yuan?
It refers to adult-based education, adult literacy education, or skill development. It can take different forms of learning, which is consistently and systematically provided in order to develop a particular skill or ability in an individual. This type of education is highly flexible and includes a wide range of activities. Some of the examples may be fitness programs, community-based adult education courses, and free courses on different platforms, etc.
Thank you. You know what I asked you to read now, Xing Yuan? Actually, I want to ask Jiarong or Zhonghen. Because the three of you just went for your what camp? 3 days camp, right? Correct now, Xing Yuan?
Yes.
This is the one, something like that. So honestly, Xing Yuan, Zhonghen, Jiarong, do you like the camp now? You like that? Like, I got my students actually say boring, man. Bathe in cold water, the food not nice, the bed not nice, stay on the floor, so boring. So I give my please, excuse me. You like that already complain. When you go to army, good luck to you. Seriously, you'll be sleeping in the forest, in the jungle. When you're doing training, I'm serious, guys. Don't laugh. At this time, so dark, you might be inside. Enemy in front, fire, move, charge. Then Zhonghen, you charge halfway, Zhonghen. Hello, Zhonghen. You charge halfway. Sir, I want to go shishi. Can we stop firing? Okay. Your officer Zhonghen want to go shishi or ceasefire. Can you imagine your soldier? Sir, 你 shishi 完了吗? Can we continue firing? Just kidding. Because to be honest, I haven't happened before. Because your uncle here, I was one of them. Don't laugh, stop it. Because I cannot control my bladder. Don't laugh, please stop it. Okay, I remember there's one. I tell you, my whole platoon was really curse and swear all the nice word on me. Okay, but sorry, I really cannot hold my bladder because I forgot to go to toilet. Because I didn't know at the moment I drink a lot of water because we are forced to drink a lot of water, and we have to after that we have to do a assault at the enemy. So this is like in non-formal. Nobody tells you what to do. So 3, yeah. So next one, what are the characteristics of the 5 types of education? Back to you, Jiarong. I want to. Yeah, go.
Characteristic of formal education. It follows a particular structure of delivery is highly planned and deliberate. It is
chronological. Chronological means followed by events. Let me know. The event from A to B and C and D. Carry on. One more time, read again.
chronological and systematic. There is a regular fee that is required to be paid. Its demand is highly qualified experts.
So thank you. Thank you, Jia Rong. That's the reason why I asked everyone to read. So practice your oral, practice your pronunciation, practice to see the words. Okay, chronological means from event A to Z, or followed by event 1, event 2. So there is a system. And by the way, when they say, Jia Rong, when they say particular structures of delivery, what does it mean? Can you imagine these 4 words is inside a comprehension passage and they want you to rephrase it? What does it mean? Everyone, listen up. Yibao, are you there? If you cannot talk, please type your answer now. Only Yibao can type, the rest must answer me. Okay? Oh, sorry, Hao Xuan. Hao Xuan, you don't need to talk to me, but you can answer me by typing. Okay, Hao Xuan? Can I see your face? Are you there, Hao Xuan? Can Hao Xuan, you just type. Yibao and Hao Xuan can type, the rest must answer me. Jia Rong, back to you. What you mean by particular structures of delivery? I think my Wi-Fi is lagging, so sorry. I didn't hear you. The whole plate or the whole screen was frozen. Okay, back to you, Jia Rong. Don't hit your head, poor thing. Just ask you to say only why you hit your head.
It's so hard to explain.
Put some water inside, make it softer lah.
Huh?
你说 so hard 吗？这样我叫你放水，不是变成比较融化咯？ You should say Uncle Raymond is so difficult and tough to explain. Never use the word hard. Hard in Chinese means 很难. I get back to you. Okay. 中文, what does it mean? Hey, Queen, I still got a lot of pages.
Particular structure, I think, is like specific studies for different subjects.
That's all?
Yeah.
Okay. So you type your answer? Thank you. Ziting, what is your answer?
I'm not sure yet. Can I try again later?
Sure. Sorry, now it's like that. My lesson will be every second you will be on the toe and be alert. Okay. See you again. See you again. Get back to you. 5 seconds already. Rolling, your turn.
Like particular structure of delivery is like it's following a fixed like period of time. That means like they only have they are like it's like not in like it's like very in the sequence, you know. It's like a fixed sequence.
So it's a fixed sequence, correct? No? Correct. Okay, write down answer. That's all. Thank you, ma'am. Lisa? Remember, I want B3 and above. You're thinking,
Yeah.
Okay, don't show me your porcupine hair. Just kidding. Okay, while you're thinking, let me tell you something. This year, I'm very proud to tell you, all of you, that this year O-level, first time in my life, every year I do have A1 and A2 for social study for past 10 years. This year, I had 12 students. I think 50% all got A1 and A2. Seriously, I was damn bloody shocked. Not beside the question that I spot 100% came up for social study and history, but I think it's two hands to clap, right, Hazel and Jiarong, right? Two hands. Well, telling Jiarong, if your brother were to take the exam, well done. You know why not? The group that he has, most of them are A1, A2, okay, and one of them was D7. So why? I'm not saying the D7 is the naughty boy, really, because he has difficulty to answer questions here and there, but he's good when he's talking to me. Thank God. Okay, so that's one thing, Zhonghan and all of you. Next year, if you are doing SS with Uncle Raymond's, okay, I expect you to do what I did to the group last 2 years. You need to write, you need to submit your homeworks. You need to, the good thing is that, Zhonghan, I brought all my Sec4 students to go to the actual classroom to have the written exam, and I walk around the class to check on them. Okay, hello, the girl. Thank you, Ipa. So you hear me now? So thank God they got very high marks and good grades. Okay, including my nephews who last minute came in for my Zoom and other students. So social study is similar to your history. So children, please pay attention to your history class. Seriously, all the skills that you learn will be useful. And thanks to Ziting last year, right? Remember Ziting, you asked me some question about history, right? Correct me if I'm right. Correct, Ziting. So continue to ask me questions. Don't do it before exam hall. So as and when, if you can ask me, all right? That is one part of it that I'm very proud of my students, and most of them will be going to JC. The second part, okay, for those like D7s, only one student, the rest pretty well. From, say, today, from a C5, C6 to get A2, A1 is considered solid, seriously, right? From a D7 to E8, to get a C6, to get a B4, B3 is also not bad, right? Correct, no? Within 4 to 5 months jump. So one of my student English, in fact, all the students who are doing my English all pass, thank God, wow, hallelujah. Okay, one of them got A1 as well. But the other one I like to tell you, that student got a B4 in the English learning. I was surprised, though. I thought he will get B3 or A2. Then I say, is it your handwriting? You know what, Rolling? Yeah, I'm very confident the things that you taught me, I written down in my O-level exam, the way I talked to the teachers, everything was fine. But I guess you're right, Uncle Raymond, I think it was my handwriting that pulled me down. So ladies and gentlemen, Rolling, now you understand why I want you all to write on a piece of paper and scan and send to me now. 明白吗？明白我的用心良苦，明白我的苦心吗？ You see, when you type, I can't understand what you write, right? I never see how you write. But the moment when I know your handwriting, how you write, then I can tell, hey, Rolling, your G and the Y and the L and the T and the F must do like that. Get me? So that you can improve. Then you can know. Because Rolling, your exam paper in the next 2 years will be marked by the Cambridge, the Caucasians there, the Amor there, the Lawai there. So now you understand? So you see, unless Rolling, you tell me, Hazel, Jiarong, you tell me, no, Uncle Raymond, my exam is typed. Then you type, no. But no, right? Correct, Rolling. Your exam is written, ma. So you have to practice your speed of writing. Correct, now, correct, now. And then you must know, right, how fast, then the time management. Exactly. This is how. So I decided no more Google Classroom. No more typing. So Ziting, don't worry. Now you understand why I want to write, Ziting. You have a nice handwriting also, if I'm not mistaken. So please write. Right, 真的写, Okay, really, if you want this year to score well, write, please. So understand, all right, so I done my explanation already, why I want you all to write. Please explain to your parents. Hey, good thing like Rolling. You know, when you write, then you send to Uncle Raymond, right? Then I keep in my file. Then one day your mommy, example, wow, Rolling very naughty, never study, no. How come I never had any homework? I will show your mommy that this is Rolling homework from January to December. To prove evidence, cross-referencing, comparison skill, reliability skill, usefulness skill, inference skill. Get it now? Right? So by typing, they don't know, 这个是若琳做的咩? Typing, but with your handwriting, that will be different, correct? Okay, that will be totally different. Okay, somebody want to come in. So you understand what I mean, children? Okay, that's very important. So please write. You must write. So when you're writing, excuse me, when you write, then when I can see, when you see your handwriting, then you can improve your handwriting, correct? But when you type, I do not know how your handwriting is. Now you understand why the other student got B4 instead of B3 or A2 because of his handwriting. The Lao White don't understand what is he writing. It's really Liao Cao, very illegible, cannot read. So please make sure you write nicely. Okay, thank you. Back to you, Jia Rong. What is a particular structure of delivery?
It's like a formal education that follow a way to educate people.
还有吗？
No.
Thank you. No, okay. 不要怕. Please, Jia Rong. Yeah, we uncle with 1 year. Please, for goodness sake, be brave. Okay. Okay. Not set 2 already scared. Well done. Good. Back to who haven't said Zhi Ting. Hao Xuan, you haven't given me your answer. Hao Xuan. Thank you, Yibao. I saw your answer. Well done. Very good answer. But I didn't say you. Yibao, can you hear me now? 不要一直吃你的 French fry 嘞，也不要给我们吃，讨厌。OK， 来，子婷。
I think a particular structure of delivery means like the students and teachers doing things in a particular order, like every day before you go to school, you like dress up and brush your teeth. I think it's like that. It's like a routine from there for them.
Can you type? Yeah, can you type the word routine? Thanks. Thank you, 子婷。还有吗？没有了，宝贝。OK 啊 ，Well done. Good. who 还没有讲啊？剩下浩璇跟黑色对吗？星野讲了哈，星野你没有给我你的 answer， 中恒也没有给我 answer。Back to you， 黑色。
It follows a particular structure of delivery. To imply that what you are trying to teach has to follow a specific lesson plan, and it has
Stop.
Wait, what?
Stop. You use the word lesson plan. You just got the jackpot. That is what I want to hear. Lesson plan.
Okay.
A particular specific lesson plan. Carry on. Can continue your story.
Okay. It has to follow a specific lesson plan, and the teacher has thought about how to deliver the lesson to the students and how they are going to teach the students. I think that's about it.
Thank you. All of your answers are absolutely correct. Well done. Yibao, send your answer to the group. Hao Xuan, send the answer to the group. Please don't send to me now. Please cut and paste and send to everyone. Let your classmates also know. Alright now. Because you all cannot talk, you must send to them also. Well done. Exactly. A particular structure of a delivery is like something like you go to school. Okay, sorry, Hazel, I take you for example, don't mind. When now you are in primary 3 or primary 2, your mom will pack your bag. Follow timetable. Today, bring your water bottle. Correct. Bring your biscuit. Bring your books there. Hey, Hazel, now you said 2. Do you think your mommy pack your book? You say, mommy, don't touch my bag. True not? You pack your books. You follow the timetable. Correct not? Oh, Monday go for PE. Tuesday got what? Wednesday got CCA. 对吗？对不对？对不对？若琳 correct 啊？若琳 you don't tell me Hazel and 子婷 and 嘉荣星远、怡宝、浩璇 and 钟恒。If you are now set 2, your mom still or daddy still pack your bag. Hey, boy, you put your books inside the bag or not? Tomorrow you forget, the teacher scold you. I don't know, No way, right? Maybe primary school you do that, correct? But now you don't do that, right? Get it now. So these structures of delivery means that you know there is a specific lesson tomorrow you're going to carry out. That's why I'm looking for the word specific lesson plan. Which structure? Okay, that's why the word structure. And some of you say a strategy, nothing wrong. A particular structure of delivery, that way or manner of deliver the information, nothing wrong. It's also a routine, nothing wrong. It's also a fixed sequence of event, nothing wrong. And Jiarong, what do you say just now? You say something. Can you type the word now? I can't remember. That's why I asked you all to type. So put all these in your little handbook, Rolling. Because after 5 days or 10 days after, 恭喜你拿红包了. Rolling forgot. Oh, damn it. What did I say to Uncle Raymond? I know I scolded him, but I don't know which way I scolded him. get me now? Write down. Because all these words that you have written down will help you in your essay writing. Agree now? Zhiting, right? So you, especially Zhiting, Haoxian, and Si-An, you have IP, got a lot of things to write. I told you already, I'm preparing a bit of IP structure here. Highly planned and deliberate, confirm one. This is the MOE structures, might have to do that. Chronicle, correct now? You see, Hazel, when you study history, you don't say, okay, class, today we do chapter 10. Huh? It's not chapter 1 first, man. Now you get me now. Chronicle. 知道吗，若琳? So go the system. There's a regular fee. By the way, you know Singaporeans for primary school is about less than $10. For secondary school is about $10 over or even cheaper. But for foreigners and PR, they pay a bit more. Is it true? Is it true? Right? So you think Singaporean kids, I don't know how many here of Singaporeans, you should thank God. You are having a heavily subsidized by the government. See, some of your classmates are foreigners and PR, they pay more. And then when they come to O-level exam, they have to pay a few $100s, while all the Singaporean children don't pay a single cent, and yet they fail their exam. And when they go to private candidate, they pay about $5,000 to relearn all the O-level again, and then they pay another few $100s. 真的是赔了夫人又折兵. Don't. And then there's a regular highly qualified teachers. Do you know Singapore is not number 1 in the world for education. Anyone can tell me which country is number 1? Anyone can tell me? Lisa? Jiarong, Zhiting, Jingyan, Yibao, Haoxian, Guolin, Zhonghen. Finland. Finland is number 1. Even their primary school teacher must have a master degree. A master degree, no. Seriously. I mean, sorry, I'm not saying looking down. Hazel, would you want a teacher that is ITE to teach you?
That is what?
ITE.
ITE.
Institute of Technical Education. Do you want them to teach you? All right. No, right. You don't want a primary school graduate or a Set4 graduate to come and teach you a Set2, right? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's not we look down on them, correct now? Right? It's the quality. But do you know in some country, there are people who Set4 teach Set4 in other countries. Seriously, Zhonghen. Okay, so thank God we have quality teachers here. But in terms of character, we don't know. Okay, so it is subject-oriented and time-bound, correct? This is why it's called specific. Okay, we made this point. May I have next, but Zhonghen?
Uncle Raymond, can you repeat?
Can you read this one? Characters of informal education.
Characteristics of informal education. It is an independent form of study with no defined syllabus.
No, it's pronounced definite.
Definite syllabus.
Remember when we are primary school, we learn no definite shape, no definite size, no definite volume. Carry on.
It is not replanned and does not have proper timetable.
It's not pre-planned. That no pre-planned, it's pre-planned. The dirt sound was silent. Okay, carry on. But not totally silent. Carry on.
It is an experience that is gained through practice. It does not require a free payment all the time. It is a lifelong process of a natural way. There is no certificates or degrees involved.
Rolling, you see, after learning from your grandma cooking, your grandma say, 若琳乖孙女我教你了你5堂课了，来跟你收钱。等一下你 pay now to 奶奶then 若琳早知道我不要跟你学，还要给钱。No. You see, all this informal education, sometimes you need to pay a certain fee, sometimes you may have a cert, sometimes you don't have cert. You know what is the best cert that your grandma has given you? Anyone can tell me, please. Your grandma has given you a cert after learning the 5 lessons of cooking. I see anyone can tell me this. So far, I think nobody can tell me this. Jiarong, what kind of cert your grandma will give you? Wait. I'm going to send this answer to this person. the person who received my message, please, hello, everyone pay attention to your screen now. I send a message to you. Whoever can receive, keep quiet, just to prove that my answer is there. Okay? So Hao Xuan, are you paying attention? Yi Bao, Zhong Han, Xing Yi, Xing Yan, okay? Hao Xuan, are you okay, Hao Xuan? No, don't answer me, don't answer me. You just show me a thumbs up will do, okay? Again, okay. Jia Rong, what is the best certificate? My mouse is not moving.
What? There is what type of certificate?
Yeah. What kind of certificate your grandma gave to you after 5 lessons of learning cooking from her? What kind of certificate do you think your grandma will give you?
It is a lifelong process in the natural way.
Okay. Can that's your answer. How about Hazel?
The ability to cook and to identify ingredients and learn how to do other stuff for the rest of your life, and even after she dies, you can still know how to cook.
You see, all these answers your teacher will not give you in school. And this is what the answer I want you, so that to make your essay more vibrant, more victorious, and more what? Very, very good. Thank you, Zhi.
Okay. Thanks.
Welcome. Next one, Zhi.
I think she gave you her time and her love to you, because like time is very precious. You never know when someone you love will leave you. Yeah.
Thank you. Yi Bao, please type in your answer. Yi Bao, type in your answer. Zhong Han, what is your answer?
Uncle, can you repeat the question?
The last question here, there is no certificate or degree involved, okay? So your grandma give you the certificate after 5 days. After 5 days of the cooking, she gave you a certificate. What kind of certificate do you think your grandma has given you? Thank you, Yi Bao. I saw your answer.
Because it's not authorized by any other systems. So this could be like just like something called uncertified chef, like home chef, this kind.
Not Gordon Ramsay, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's not from what cooking class, like
But your Nana is the best chef, leh. Wow, got Michelin star, leh. Then we retire, leh. Ayyo. Correct or not?
Actually, I don't know how to explain, but it's like the certificate isn't like the most. It's basically uncertified chef, but a chef with a certificate from private, I think.
Okay, that's all,
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Xing Yan, your turn. Rolling your last, Xing Yan. See, playing Genshin again. Xing Yan, what's the answer? You must give the answer, sorry. We'll wait for you. Then we'll delay the time. Come on. This will train your power, don't mind. Yes, my dear?
I think grandma gave the certificate of working in the kitchen forever.
Okay, okay. Thank you. How about you? Thank you, Xingyuan. How about you, Ruoling? What do you think that the best certificate that your grandma has given to you after 5 lessons of cooking?
The ability to cook and then pass it on to the different generations.
That's your answer? Okay, I think Hazel, your answer is the closest to mine. Because my answer I sent to Hao Xuan is the certificate of hug and kisses forever. True or not? 哎呀，我的宝贝乖孙女啊，你终于学到奶奶的厨艺了。Come， 奶奶有 kiss 你 hug 你。I think that is the best certificate, better than the paper. True or not? The moment when your grandmother give you the hug and kisses and show the informal education that you have received the 5 lessons of cooking is the most paramount important in your life. Is it true or not? That will replace all the... Okay, come on, please. Kindergarten, you already got a cert. PSLE, you got a cert. O level, you got a cert. A level, you got a cert. University, you got a cert. Then, you get married, then married cert. Then you give birth to your kids, birth cert. Then you all the cert in your life, right? True or not? Will never replace the hug and kisses. Agree now, Ipa, right? All the certs in your entire life, the day you bye-bye in this world, will never replace the hug and kisses that your grandma gave it to you. You will remember for the rest of your life. It's priceless. And it's so important that you will know through these hug and kisses, and when your granddaughter or grandson learn this skill, the culinary skill, you will do the same, the hug and kisses to them. Agree now? Now you understand why I want to put this in, because I want you to bring the emotion when you write your essay. When you read the essay, you want the emotion to write the answer. You have the emotion when you talk and display your oral skill. That is the most important. Why am I so emotional? Because our grandparents are the top in the whole entire family tree. Without them, you think you can be here? No way, man. Seriously, no way. They have sacrificed their life for so much. I hate people. I use the word hate now. I have all thoughts of evil. I hate people when they don't respect old people. 不尊老敬贤的人，我永远一辈子不会尊敬他们。So this is the hug and kisses certificate will rest of your life. Thank you so much. I think it's a good brainstorming, Jia Rong, correct now? Right? I think you also miss your nai in China, right? True not, Jia Rong? Okay, you want tissue paper? Yeah, Jia Rong is crying already. 我想奶奶。Okay, sorry, I'm just kidding. Okay, back to you. May I have who else? 子婷，你读了哦？刚才你读了，还没有读啊？读了啊。OK， 中文。
Characteristics of non-formal education. It is planned but takes place apart from academic education provided by the school's education system. It is highly flexible and adjustable. There is generally no age limit to gain this type of education. It may or may not involve certificate of fees. It can be either part-time or full-time as a professionist. It includes both theoretical.
Some pronounce theoretical, yes.
Theoretical and practical education.
Thank you. Now you understand why I want all my students to read to this practice and brainstorming like just now the grandmother certificates. Now take note of this one, Zhonghan. You know you went for your OBS camp, your last 3-day camp. Do they give you a cert? No, right? They do give you a no. So then how no cert there? How do you tell people when you're SEC2 after 20 years later? You tell people you went to a SEC2 camp. Who the hell believe you? True not? You got no cert, right? But that's where next one, the life experience tells you. The reason why non-formal educations, my students that this morning, this girl, a SEC1 girl from China, Suzhou, she said that non-formal education is that you need to be able to enjoy the process of learning and sharing and caring with others. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Good one, Lori. Right? So non-formal education is like Hazel, Jiarong, Xingyuan, Yibao, Ruoling, Haoxian, Sian, Ziting, and Zhonghen. One day after 20 years later, you are a successful businessman or top-notch professional people, earning 10,000 a month, no problem. You and your wife and your husband earn a lot. Please, for goodness sake, look at this word. It's called volunteering. Please volunteer your time to help poor people, to help others, which I also do now at times, seriously. If you can't volunteer your time, donate the money to the Cancer Society or whatever society, seriously. Okay? You will make the world a better place through these non-formal educations. Seriously, trust me. Okay? I hope you take this seriously. This is the beginning of the year. We want to take it a bit relaxed mode, but at the same time, a very vigorous. Remember my CARE, creative, astute, rigorous, and enthusiastic. That word is called care. Every lesson will use care to make sure the lesson really care for your well-being. That's the most important. Seriously. All right. So non-formal, informal is actually like brother and sister or the twins that link together. And that will channel to back to you, Siyuan, life experience. Siyuan. Hello, Siyuan. Come on, can you read?
Oh yeah. Just now I was eating.
You were sleeping?
No, eating.
Oh, sorry. Sleeping 就讲 sleeping 啊，骗我讲 eating， 我都看不到你的脸，我怎么知道你 eating？ 你看 at least 怡宝 eating 啊，还说他的嘴巴mom chewing correct 啊 like that you see chewing already. You're still in McDonald's 啊，怡宝。I want to start my test soon 呢，你吃完了没有？你到底是跟你的 family 吃还是跟你的 girlfriend 吃？吃到这么久，哎呀 ，OK， 心远 you're done.
What's the question again?
Read. Characteristic of a life experience education.
Characteristic of life experience education. It is priceless. It is your ups and downs through a series of circles that you have gone through life. It is how you motivate yourself to pull out your socks and learn from the mistakes and setbacks.
Agree or not? Yeah. Agree?
Yeah.
If you see, you're just only 14, all of you listening, all of you here listening, you're only 14 years old. Some of you not even 14 yet, 13 plus only. Your life experience will never outrun your parents and your grandparents. Your life experience will never conquer your parents and your grandparents or your auntie, uncle. So whatever you have, please cherish it and write down on the book. Seriously, Rolly, write down on the book. Seriously, Haoxian and Zhonghen, write down and Yibao. Okay, you 一面吃一面走小心啊. Okay, so you see, you must take care of what your well-being is, priceless, your health, and you go through a lot. Some people, cancer patients, who went after cycling, or some cancer patient who went for kayaking or mountain climbing or all these things to prove that they are still active and they are still able to do something to the society. Seriously, life experience is priceless. Hazel, your life experience will be different from Jiarong, as well as Ziting, as well as Ruoling. Even the four of you are girls. Xingyuan, your life experience will be different from Yibao, Sian, Haoxian, and Zhonghen. Seriously. So why? Last one, last but not least, Jiarong.
Confucius believed in the equality.
No. Yeah.
Characteristics of shared education. Sharing your education is a way to pay back to society. Sharing your experience through your skills with others help to make the society better. Sharing is caring to help the world to have a better place to live in.
Exactly. So through your life experience, maybe next time when you're 60 years old, you're going to retire from your job or whatever. Your children are well-to-do, your grandchildren don't need to let you take care. What you do? This is where You want to share your education, your experience. Maybe you want to go to a rural area, a very rundown area in China and help those poor people, or go to India or go to any parts of Africa and share your knowledge and experience and make this world a better place to reduce the war and fighting. Back to you, Jiang. Confucius.
Confucius believed in the equality and educability of all people. He viewed education as a means of transformation, the discovery of human nature, and the cultivation of character. Through education, virtues are
Virtues. Carry on. Hello, I won't finish.
Virtues are developed and integrated.
Okay, through education and virtues are developed and integrated. Please write this down in your notes. This is a super important lesson. Without education, you will not learn about what is virtues. 记得你们学过《弟子规》吗？三字经吗？这就是 virtues. 这就是 develop and integrated to your society, to your ABC, your attitude, behavior, and character. 明白吗? Okay, so this sentence is very important. If you can use this sentence for your conclusion, I tell you, awesome, man. Bombastic, creative. Write down. Confucius, you know who is Confucius? 孔子 right? 不是孟孔子对孔子 sorry. Okay, we'll tell you, we'll have more of this in the next few lessons, okay? Confucius believed that this is equal. 每个人都是一视同仁. Everyone's play a very important part of the society. So I got a student ask me, Hazel, are you saying those handicapped people are also got contribution to society? What do you think, Hazel? Back to you.
Yeah, they do.
Why?
Like, even though some of them are disabled, maybe they are missing an arm or a leg, but they can still contribute back to society because, like for example, there are some disabled teachers who teach children who are also having problems. Maybe they're wait, sorry, how do I explain this? So maybe some kids are a bit different than others, but it does not affect the way they contribute back to society. No matter how tall, short, or different, or how different you look from a normal person, it does not affect the way that you will continue giving back to society. There are also runners who are missing an arm and a leg. They can get a prosthetic one and they can run twice as fast with twice as much power needed for them to run faster. There are firemen who can be dwarfs and they are like quite short, but they can still be able to help the society in a better way. Like, I know I'm not very good at this topic, but I think you get what I mean, right? Yeah, possibly. Okay.
That's all. Hello, that's all. I like the word you use, affected. It's true. Whether these are handicapped or people are dying or people are not contributing because they are in prisons or in prison, we don't talk about it. We are talking about people in prison. There are a lot of reasons. So we talk about handicapped people. So these people, one way or another, they do have a chance. Paramedics are Olympics. That's one of them. Okay, and they do contribute to the country's victories. And not only that, these people has been also play part of the society. You will learn all this in your Sec3 social study. So you realize that these topics will cover very, very wide. All my topic will be really can cover the whole entire earth. That's what I meant. So thank you. Yes, you are right. So how How are we going to do it is all based on what you will see the world yourself, the perspective, the way you see the world. If it's black, it will be black. If it's white, it will be white. If you see the world is rainbow color, that means not LGBT, excuse me. Okay, if you see the rainbow color means you cover everything, including the LGBT. As long my belief, every living things, every creatures in this world play an important part in the life. Okay. All right. Thank you. May I have to think? Can you read the advantages of formal education, please? Ipa, are you reaching home? How long? 2 hours. Never mind. Who is supposed to read that? Ziting, right? Let's go. Okay, thanks, Ipa.
It is organized and scheduled. It happens in a step-by-step systematic manner. It is the most basic knowledge that has to be acquired by every individual to learn various other things. It is certified and acquired by professionals and teachers.
So you understand, children, when they ask you to write what is formal education, so you already got 5 paragraphs already. Get it now, Zhonghen. Get it now, Jiarong. Xingyan. So this is the reason, you see, I break it into point system so that you all can digest and observe it. So you see 5 paragraphs already. So these 5 points are valid now for formal education. There are points inside certain education that I think is quite a bit ridiculous, not acceptable to me. Yeah, let's see the next one. Informal. So all these 5 points I agree. All agree. Yes. Non-formal informal education. Sorry. May I have Zhonghen?
Advantages of informal education. It is a natural learning process that can come from anywhere and everywhere. It requires regular practice and polishing. It utilizes a variety of techniques and does not have specific time span. There is no need to hire expert or professionals for this learning.
The first 4 points I agree that, Zhonghen. The last point I don't agree. I don't agree the last point. There is no need to hire expert or professional for this learning. I don't agree, no. Because sometimes in informal educations, you want to look for expert. But this expert might be a retired teacher, retired chef, retired architect, or retired designer, or retired artist drawing. And he has nothing to do, but he want to pass 他要传授武功, the skill. Remember, this month topic is about education and skill. So 他要传授武功给你. So these are people who are expert and then they retire already. So 师傅啊，你可以过来教这些徒弟们怎么样打拳吗？怎么教什么红拳、太极拳还是什么拳 ，right 对吗？中汉。So the last point itself, I don't really agree. Now you get it. So sometimes when you are putting the point form, 若琳听好啊。So all of you listen, I just randomly pick a name, 若琳 and Xingyan. Sometimes when you put the point, you ask yourself, does it make sense or not? Don't just put without thinking, just want to complete it. So sometimes it might be don't know. You just put it, oh, you think this is correct. When people will argue, are you sure not? Are you sure this point is good? Okay, you get it, huh? Next, we have non-formal. May I have, Ipao, can you read now?
Like this, kan?
Yeah, go.
Advantages of
Yeah, carry on.
Advantages of informal education.
Non-formal.
Oh, non-formal education. It is an open-ended education system available both in public and private domains. There is no need to.
Yeah, domain is correct.
There's no need to conduct regular examinations. Diplomas, certificates, and awards are not essential because it is generally a kind of skill development. It is involved the practical application of theoretical knowledge obtained.
Yeah, thank you. I will agree point 1, 2, and last one, but the third one I not really quite agree. Sometimes the non-formal might give you a diploma and certificate for the certificate of attendance, certificate of achievement, certificate of participations. So that I will a bit disagree because I know because I've been doing all the 5 of them already. So okay, not last but thank you, Yipao. Can I have the next one from you again, Yipao? Advantages of life experience education. Yipao. Next. Advantages of life experience.
Advantages of life experience education. You can pass it down to your next generation. You can write an autobiography of your life. i.e. Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, Deng Xiaoping, Albert Einstein. It can be a topic or subject for future generation for discussion.
Exactly. So this is a life experience that one day all of you can write an autobiography of your life. Please, I expect all of you to go and find a book about Mr. Lee Kuan Yew from a third world to the first world. Please read it. If you can go to the library, it's a very thick book, I tell you, seriously. Some of you might read already halfway, you might fell asleep. But please, this book by Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, I read before when I was a teacher in my previous school. I was in charge of the library. So sometimes my student detention, instead of outside the classroom, some of them are good boys and good girls, I bring them in the library and then they'll do their homework. I got nothing to do. I'll just take out some book and read. And one of them is Mr. Lee Kuan Yew. Okay. So this book is very good. Please read it. It will help you in your social study. Trust me. Please. You can read this book. Deng Xiaoping and Albert Einstein, I'm just putting an example, but this book, it will affect your social study a lot. Okay, and next one, advantages of shared education. Last but not least, Yipao.
Advantages of shared education. Volunteer to educate the poor, uneducated, and vulnerable people.
Vulnerable people are those people like handicapped, like just now Hazel was mentioning. Okay, next one.
Create a world with less violence, war, and hardship. Allow expertise and professionals to share resources to save the world.
To save the world, okay? So share educations. Today, you see Singapore got a lot of scientists, expert, professional people to join together and come up with the COVID-19 vaccinations and save a lot of people. With this, you see, share education is, of course, through the paradigm shift of IT and technologies and all the medicines that in this world we help. So, Ruoling and Yipao, Ziting, this is my generation, your parents' generation, and my generation together, your parents and my generations. I really make this world to be sustainable and to be safe and sound. So, Ruoling, Yipao, and Ziting, what are you going to do for the next generations? How are you going to save your next few generations? We have done our best to save you guys. So now your job is to make it even better. All right, thank you. So is there disadvantages in educations? Back to you. May I have Hazel?
Disadvantages of formal education. Sometimes brilliant students get bored because of the long tenure of academic sessions. Exams and grades sometimes lead to stress and anxiety. It is costly and rigid. An unprofessional and non-standard education system may also cause wastage of time and money.
I agree with the last point, but I will not agree to the second point. Because sometimes stress is good to improve a person. And it's true that some brilliant students, I ever taught the IB student, they think they are so smart at less. Then I was thinking, why do they come for tuition? If they're so smart already, then don't come for tuition. But why they are still, because maybe their classmates want to come for tuition, they join tuitions. As one of my students would say that, tuitions. Thank you. Disadvantage of informal, Hazel?
Disadvantages of informal education. There is plenty of misinformation available on various social media platforms. It does not follow a proper schedule or a time span. There is an absence of discipline and attitude amongst the learners. Results are highly unpredictable.
I would say number 3, I disagree. These are all depends on individual discipline and attitude. You cannot say absence of discipline totally. Okay, you cannot say just because of informal that everyone will not learn. Come on, all of you are learning a cooking from your grandmother, 5 lessons. Definitely you will have the interest and passion and enthusiasm to learn from her, to learn the cooking from her. So the 5 lesson will be priceless. Okay, so I disagree. Last but not least.
Disadvantages of non-formal education. If you are learning it just as a hobby, you don't require a professional or trained teacher to impart non-formal education. No regular examinations are conducted to evaluate the skill development. High possibility of fake certifications through different institutions.
I agree with the last one. I don't really fully agree with the second point. So sometimes they do have examinations, a simple one, just to make sure you understand, not to waste time and waste money for people who come in and do volunteer work. So when they have the cert, is to prove that, okay, you have completed these 10 sessions, and now you can also share your experience and education with others, something like that. Thank you, Hazel. Last but not least, may I have Rolling, please?
Conclusion. This brings us to the end of this article, which was mostly focused upon the different types of education in our education system. Remember, for the overall holistic development of both character and personality, it is very important to excel in all five types of education. With this, we encourage each and every student to develop all the skills and abilities required to evolve as a better human being. There is no alternative to hard work. We cannot deny the fact that as human beings, our greatest gift is education.
Thank you. Please underline this. Underline, sorry. Please take down this. There is no alternative to hard work. We cannot deny the fact that as human beings, our greatest gift is education. Put this sentence in your essay. Excellent. Remember my ABC abilities. Take note of this. Take note of this. Write down. Put it there somewhere in your. So please now you must have an exercise book. Write down all the interesting sentences that Uncle Raymond is going to impart to you. So put it inside. So every time when you're free, read it and use it. Trust me, you'll be wonderful. Who made the exam? Back to you, Rolling.
Who made the exam? If we were to go by historical sources, then exams were invented by an American businessman and philanthropist known as Harry Fisher, somewhere in the late 19th century. However, some sources attributed the invention of standardized assessment to another man by the same name, i.e. Harry Fisher.
Yeah. So, okay, that's how examination was formed and very professionally come out a proper set to test people, their knowledge, their skill. Back to you, last one. Rolling.
Which country started exams? Ancient China was the first country in the world that implemented a nationwide standardized test, which was called the inferential examination. The main purpose of this examination was to select able candidates for specific governmental positions.
Sorry, last time they had to 考状元. Some of them have to bribe the governments or officials to get in. So end up all the people who graduated, all the 状元 or scholars are all bullshit, fake, scammer, not real, don't have the ability and basic and capability to do it. So the same things are, so examination at that time in China already started so long. So to test out, so how can you say exam is not important? So how can you say we don't need to go to school? We need to go to school not just to receive education, but to socialize with people, but to understand the life experience with others as well. So now, are we ready to do the test? I have to start now, Yipao. Are you okay? I can't see. What is it showing now? Oh, okay. Ready? I don't have the test, man. I thought I got the, did I give you the editing? Rolling, do I give you the, did you print out? Hello, Rolling. Is there editing inside here?
Is it the is it the China one that we did last week?
Oh, done already, huh?
The Harry Potter one.
Oh, yeah, done already, huh?
Done already.
Oh, okay, fine. Then sorry. All right, so let's move on to this one here. Okay, fine. If that's the case, okay, we will do this one here. Okay, so this is your homework. Write down the key reason for receiving an education is to land a good job. Do you agree? So no need, Yibao, you can take relax already, no exam. I thought it's an editing. Okay, so Jiarong, can you read the introductions to the class, please?
Introduction, state the topics and the mindset that education is a means to an end is due to social conditioning. Such a mindset is a threat to employment prospects. The path to a successful career is no longer straightforward. Or present your stand. Getting a good job is not the key purpose of education. Education has numerous important attributes.
So your paper is going to write about 350 words. Your introduction must use this. To create the atmosphere, interesting statements, and then a motivation sentences that will create the suspense of your introductions. Okay? So this this is paragraph 1. Paragraph 2, Jiarong.
Paragraph 2, state the first supporting point. Education trains our mind to deal with challenges. Elaborate. Education involves solving problems in exams. Problem-solving skills harness was intelligent.
So the paragraph 2 is say that supporting the first point to support this. Education trains our mind. Of course, all of you listening, you can use the point here to elaborate your own. Get it, Rolling? So if you cannot find your own point, you can use this education train our mind. So my purpose now doing all this is to help you to give you a draft, to let you to feel how to start off. Correct? To give you a head start. Rather than, okay, children, like in school, right, write this essay. Okay, lor. Then how? So now I'll give you the skeleton. Okay, then you have to fill up the meat and the organs of the entire fish bone, the fish. Okay. So thank you for paragraph 2, 3, and 4. May I have okay, how should I don't want to disturb you seriously, don't Xing Yan.
Paragraph 3, state the next supporting point. Refines an individual intellect and morals. Elaborate. The lack of a good character can destroy one's career. Give example.
So this is the first one, intellect or moral. So say the next point for support, refine the individual intellectual moral. So this is why the question asks you, educations. Education. Okay? Get it up, my dear? Let's go. So this is paragraph 3. So there are 3 paragraphs already. Okay, lack of good characters can destroy. So yeah, does it mean elaborate why? Individual and morals, is it got to do with education or got to do? Remember just now I talked so much about the advantages and disadvantages of education. So that one, Luoling, Ziting can help you in your essay, and Jiarong, okay, and Hazel, Hao Xuan, okay. Paragraph 4, Xing Yan.
Paragraph 4, state the final supporting point. Education is a lifelong endeavor.
Yes.
Elaborate. Education facilitates independent learning. The industry becomes the teacher where the products of education makes up the industry. Education ensures quality of the industry.
That's right. This is very true. This is very, very true. So, Xingyan, you don't want a group of doctors just like they take their certificate, bluff one, fake certificate, 对吗, Xingyan? You want the doctors come from Oxford, Cambridge, Harvard, Singapore National University of Singapore, correct? 对吗, Xingyan? The top-notch university, so you can feel the good quality of all the doctors. True not, Xingyan?
Yes.
Recently, I'm helping my friends to do some popping in real locks. You know what? That day on rolling, one of the customer came in and buy a shoe for his 1-year-old son. So I was talking to him. But the moment when he came in, he got this air, got this aura, and that to show that he's not ordinary person. After talking to him and he saw my finger, I put a things because I can't bend my finger. I'm very bad. My finger got problem. Really, I cannot bend. So he saw me putting something and they said, "Oh, what happened to your finger?" I said, "I got a trigger finger. I cannot bend my finger." You know what he said to me? It's a miracle, no? "Oh, I'm a hand and wrist doctor specialist." Wow. And you know where he come from? Rolling. Mount Elizabeth Hospital. You know Mount Elizabeth Hospital is one of the most expensive hospitals. Then I Google, no? His name is Dr. Aaron Gunn. Check. Oh my goodness. All his qualities, steady, man. I tell you, well done, man. Okay, paragraph 5. Ready? Can I have this, Zhonghan?
State the opposing point. Does not make the economic sense without getting a good job. Elaborate. Education can easily cost a few $100,000. Rebuttal. Getting a good job is one of the objectives. It's only one of the objectives. Besides getting a good job, it also helps one sustain the job because of the good character developed from education.
Thank you. Remember the but, my but. B-U-T-T, but. Okay, so it's rebuttal. Okay, so it's true. So these are opposing already. Against. Does not make economic sense. So all these agree. All these points agree. Yes, you must have education. Education will make lifelong learning. 3L, write down. Lifelong learning, yes. Education important, yes. Education can make a person good character. Then the last one, you see 3 against 1. Always must be 3 against 1. Write down, this is argumentative essay, please. You are now doing argumentative essay, express and IP. All right, Zidane, take note. And Hao Xuan. Jia Rong is out already. Is Jia Rong in now? Jia Rong is not in now. Now I just realized. Okay, so take note. Get a good job is one of the most, okay. It's not true, but you got other things. Take note. So it's against Jia Rong if you are listening. Zhonghan and Xingyan, please help her. You see? Get it now? Ayo, waste money leh. No need to spend so much money, get a good job lah. There are some nonsense. So rolling, you mean, sorry, you mean those people who got no degree, A-level, diploma, and O-level, and ITE can be a doctor? You want? Of course, to want lah. You know, to be a doctor, you need to know a lot of things, correct? A lawyer also. So what is this? But anyway, just want to go 1 point against it. Today, before we end the lesson, conclusion. Xingyan, last one ending. Why you wake up so early tomorrow? Where are you going?
Somewhere.
Okay. Xingyan, today, let's go. We're going to end soon.
Conclusion. Present your final thoughts. Education is multifaceted with multiple objectives. We should not see getting a good job as its sole purpose. Such narrow-minded thinking can only harness limited benefits from education.
So I hope you can use this point here in your essay. At the same time, I hope that you can add in a few more points for your conclusions for this one, okay? Right? Now, to end it, sorry, Jia Rong is not in. I don't know what happened to her. So to end it, this essay, don't hand it to me on this Wednesday. Okay, don't hand it on this way because he has no time for 3 days. For 3 days, you cannot hand it too fast. Okay. I also can do this I also can do this. Okay, sorry. Okay, Xingyan. Thank you, Xingyan. Xingyan. Okay, so hand in after Chinese New Year, end of this month. Can? Fair enough? End of this month, which is 30th, right? Look at the calendar for me, 30 or 31st. End of, that means, okay, give me a minute, Xingyan. I'm going to end soon. Huh? When?
31st.
31st, huh? No. 31st is Tuesday. So you will hand it to me on the 1st of February. Okay? Write down for me. 1st of February. I don't want you to spend the Chinese New Year writing my essay. Okay, Jiarong, if you're listening, never mind, I will tell Jiarong also. Thank you.